It's humanity's chance to repent.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
Hi everyone, this is Nick from Domazet Gaming, and today I want to discuss why I think Doom Eternal is the best first-person shooter game of this generation. Now of course this is my opinion and some might disagree with me, but just bear with me and I'll explain why I think this is the best FPS of the last decade. Also just a disclaimer, I'm strictly talking about single player experience here. Now the story here starts in 2016 when Bethesda rebooted the Doom franchise with their release of Doom 2016, which was a brilliant game in all accounts, full of quick-paced action with unrelentless hordes of demons running after you trying to rip your head off. But it did lack a few things for me, especially in the story department. It did not offer much there. Now let's fast forward to 2020 and we have Doom Eternal, the sequel to the 2016 game. What immediately drew my attention was, hey, there's an actual story here and a bunch of cool lore, which is exactly what the original game was missing. Story is also not slim here. Without spoiling too much, there's a proper 20-hour campaign here with good emphasis on the story, world building and lore. I loved learning, about different demons, races and pretty much how humankind came to be. Now the story is really good and so welcomed, but it's not the star of the show, not even close. Other FPS games like Doom have a good campaign and a decent storyline. So what sets Doom Eternal apart from other games in the stacked genre of FPS game? I believe it's the brutal, fast-paced gameplay, amazing level design, and enemy variety. Now I'm going to go into detail on all three, starting with gameplay, which is actually fairly difficult. I finished the campaign on normal mode, and let me tell you, I died a lot. Like, guys, seriously, a lot. Now, other FPS games like COD, Far Cry, even Metro Exodus were not really challenging. You could go easily finish the whole campaign in normal mode without even dying once. Doom Eternal punishes you for every mistake you make, and you have to move constantly. It's like crazy fast. You can double jump, double dash, punch, have grenades, flamethrower, and about 7 weapons at all times that you can use. And at the beginning, all of this is overwhelming. And you're going to die a lot. However, once you get a hang of it, you become an absolute wrecking machine, a one-man demon slaying badass. And guys, it's so satisfying. This is where the game differs from others in this genre. Gameplay has a learning curve and it takes a while until you become good, where I feel other FPS games are pretty standard and dull, to be fair, when it comes to gameplay. Doom reminds me of Dark Souls a bit. You die quite often, but once you get good at it, it leaves you with such a satisfying feeling, and every encounter I feel like it matters. Now another feature that I absolutely love, which I find is different than other games, is level design. And I don't mean graphically, but by the way, the game is absolutely gorgeous. What I mean by level design is the amount of stuff on the map, the secret upgrades for your character, collectibles, which usually require you to do puzzles, and most of the time makes you think quite hard actually. They were all pretty challenging. This is where Doom Eternal completely differs from the rest of the games in this genre, in my opinion. You actually have to stop and slow down and think, figure out how these puzzles work, which gives you such a nice break from the crazy fast-paced combat. It's just amazingly designed, and hats off to the guys and all the developers that designed it. It's just brilliant. Now, last thing I find where Doom Eternal differs from the other games of the genre is enemy variety and design. I recently reviewed Outer Worlds, and this is one of the major flaws I found in that game. There was absolutely no variety to enemies, and that goes, for about 90% of the games in this genre. In Doom Eternal, every enemy has a different set of skills and poses a different kind of threat to you, and how to deal with them. They have specific weapons they're weak to, specific weaknesses, specific strengths, and it's just so great to actually have so many different enemies, when I think of it, that really makes every single encounter feels so different. Overall, all these components put together make Doom Eternal what a unique experience in the first person genre, and is really just a breath of fresh air. Now this is of course talking about a pure single player campaign here, and it's just nice to see game makers still care about putting out a well thought out great single player experience when the market is so saturated with multiplayer and battle royale games. I could not recommend this game more, you know. It's high skill rewarding combat, good story, unique level design, with puzzles on every mission, huge variety of enemies and weapons, and this is why for me personally Doom Eternal rules at the top of the best FPS games of this generation so far. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in and watching the video and listening to me rant about currently my favorite game of 2020. But yeah, I just want to put an emphasis, this is such a different, unique experience, and I just wanted to make a short video of this game, and I don't want to do a whole review. There's so many reviews out there that are great that you should go and watch. This is just kind of a different take of why I think this game is, you should play it, and why I think it's better and more unique than any other FPS game out there currently. Anyways guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, drop a comment. I actually would love to hear feedback from you guys and what you think about Doom Eternal, and you know, about any other FPS games that you think are similar or even better. I would love to get in a discussion with you guys down there in the comments. And yeah, lastly, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us a lot. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.